and welcome to Washington Exec's video series. I'm senior reporter Rachel Kirkland, and I have the pleasure of being joined by Nikki Ferraro. Nikki is a cancer survivor, and she is here today to speak about a nonprofit that she founded called Bite Me Cancer. She's going to give us a little bit of details about an event coming up. But first of all, Nikki, welcome. Thank you for coming on. And to get started, just tell us a little bit about Bite Me Cancer.
Sure. Yes. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate this. So Bite Me Cancer is a foundation that I started when I was 17. I'm 29 now. Back when I was a junior in high school, I had been diagnosed with a rare form of thyroid cancer at the time, and really just kind of wanted an outlet for myself, my friends, and my family to kind of put this news to a good cause. So back when I was diagnosed, I was going through meetings with doctors and kind of making my own medical plan. In the midst of all of that, I was also signing up for what is called Relay for Life through the American Cancer Society. I had grown up going to Relay for Life. I had a family member who had cancer. So, kind of like in my developmental years, I was going to Relay for Life to support him. So when I was diagnosed, it was kind of like my first initial thought. So the name for that team was actually Bite Me Cancer. Just came up with it in my living room with my parents, and then all my friends, loved the name. We ended up raising almost $25,000 that year, and it was just an incredible feeling, and I just didn't want that feeling to end. So that's kind of when I started begging my parents to help me start a foundation with the same name, Bite Me Cancer. And, eventually after a few months of begging, they agreed. And, here we are. We had a lot of help from people in the community. Our amazing law firm, Cooley, did everything pro bono to get us 501c3 certified. And here we are.
I love it. Thank you for sharing that. I wanted to talk with you about the foundation's annual wine dinner and fundraiser, September 16th, right?
Yep,
okay.
Exactly.
And our founder and CEO, JD Cathuria, is on the host committee this year.
Yes.
Can you share a little bit about just what the event entails, what its purpose is?
Sure. So this event originated as kind of a cancerversary for myself. We did a wine dinner, 50 people, pretty much just friends and family of the foundation. Since then, each year it's grown significantly, and it has kind of become this, event, if you will, for the teen support bag program, the teen support program in a general sense as well, and really just focusing on the struggles that teens go through. So I'll talk about that in depth at the event. And it's really just kind of like, it almost feels like a wedding in a sense that we really do our best to put people seated with those who we think that they'll get along with and have, things in common with. And we just really make sure that people are aware of what teens go through as they're being diagnosed with cancer, how that's such an interesting age group in general. This year, we're hoping and expecting between 200 and 250 attendees, but it does still have that small event feel. We have a live auction. We do our wine pairing, of course, with our dinner, and then we have a few speeches throughout the night. And then during the event, we also do a live ask where I will pretty much ask the group after my speech to sponsor bags, to make a donation throughout the night. And then by the end of the evening, we announce our grand total. So it's a really, really great event. Definitely feels like a friends and family vibe, not like your other kind of big galas. So that's kind of our bread and butter for the year. So yeah, that's happening on September 16th, which is a Friday.
Wonderful. Can you talk a little bit more about the teen support bags?
Sure. So when I was diagnosed originally, I was actually placed in the adult ward of the hospital that I was in. And typically that's, pretty common for teens to either be placed in the adult ward or in the pediatrics, which either you're with children from the ages of 3 to 10 or you're with adults, age 30 up. I mean, now I'm almost 30, but at then I was 17 and, didn't really make sense to me. So I was getting gifts while I was in the hospital, children's coloring books, a lot of stuffed animals, things that, obviously I appreciated, but I just really got the sense that these weren't for me and for my age. So I started coming up with the idea for the teen support bags, and we actually gave out the first bag at a Nova Fair. And things that are in the bag, our committee has selected, and it has kind of changed over the years with the times, specifically for teens. So there's a Swell bottle, there are socks, headphones, an Amazon gift card, playing cards, a Sudoku book, a journal, a lot of things that are just more targeted towards that age group. And we do make sure when we're talking with the hospitals that they are only giving these to teens, because we want them to know specifically this is for you, your age group, you specifically. You're not alone. There are other teens that are going through this as well.
Wonderful. And you're about to reach a milestone, I believe, with how many you're
Yes.
going to give out. What is that?
Yes, our 10,000th bag will be given out this year, which is incredible.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
Um, so on a personal note, can you talk about how much that running this foundation has meant to you, and where you may be hoping to go with it in the near future?
Sure. I mean, it's just meant so much. Just seeing the community kind of, you know, come around me, my family, and, just really help us make this what it is today. It's just meant the world. And, we're an all volunteer organization. And kind of as I've grown up, I've really seen how important that is and how amazing it is that these people give their time and their energy and their money to us and to the foundation. And it just means the world. And I love that what I'm going through resonates with other teens going through what they're going through now, that I've been through it. I'm working, I'm stable. You can have a life after cancer. You can live with it. It's not the be all end all, even though it may seem that way. And you're not alone, and you're not going through this alone. And there are people that understand and that can relate to you. So it's just really opened my eyes to the whole community that's there. And when we get letters in the mail or in via email, I guess more so these days, of teens themselves, their parents, their mothers, their fathers, just letting us know how much the bag means to them. I mean, that's just, we share them in our board meetings and stuff. And it's just, what makes everything that we're doing worthwhile.